It's easy, oh so easy to please me.
The big bed made of money. Okay, so I know you have an iPhone. Yeah, I know. Is it the 4?
No, I haven't got the 4. Money.
Doesn't want to get off the bed. Okay, so first song on shuffle on your phone?
I don't have any songs on my phone. I have an old iPod, like back to when they were like the white ones, and like old, when they were, before they were touch. And I don't know, the first song on shuffle will probably be one of my mum's songs. That's a lie. That's a lie. It's a lie.
Okay, until that's a lie, that was really sweet, right?
You don't have to know.
Alright, if you had to give up music, what would you do to be creative?
I probably want to write speeches for politicians and burlesque. No, I don't know. To be creative, I probably want to paint. I'm not very good, but expressionism, that's the beauty. Just do what you want.
Most rock star thing you've ever done?
I shat my pants. No. And then, no, the most rock star thing I've ever done, I don't know. Nothing. I haven't really. I'm extremely tame. The first story, but I just couldn't tell it.
We'll edit it.
Honestly, I'm not very rock starry.
What do rock stars do?
Yeah.
They wear sunglasses.
Heroin. I think heroin.
A hotel.
I've never trashed a hotel. I've smoked in a non-smoking room. Like more than once. Like every non-smoking room I've been in, probably had a cigarette.
There you go.
Straight to hell for you.
Yeah.
For that one, right? Okay, so what turns you on creatively?
It depends. Mostly everything, or I try to keep it that way. But people turn me on creatively. Relationships. Of all sorts, between my mother, between girlfriends, I say girlfriends, I mean, like, never at the same time, you know what I mean? Best friends, not best friends, managers, whatever, relationships, it's easy to draw upon because you live it.
Strangest gig you've ever played?
Eugene, Oregon. I have never done this purposefully, but I purposefully got drunk, like very drunk, for this gig, because I knew it was just going to be empty. It was like an in-between town, and it was when I was doing the Justin Azuka tour, and there were literally like 10 people in the bar, and I mean maybe 1 or 2 people came out to see me, and but we sat at the brewery. And I played the show, and I ended up doing a Charles Manson parole speech for 5 minutes of the show. And the band, like Jeff and Mark and Dave, they could not shut me up. Like they were like stop, and I wouldn't stop. That was pretty strange.
So what other profession would you like to attempt?
I'd like to be a restaurant owner. I would like to be also. I'd like to try acting one day, but I need more wrinkles on my face. I want to be a character actor. I mean, I'm ugly enough, so... That's for the tape.
Last book you read?
The last book I read was The Power of Now. My mum wanted me to read it. It's Eckhart Tolle. He's a guy from Vancouver. It's like a sort of empowering book. To fucking fix your head.
Did it work?
There are definitely moments in the book that are inspiring.
Let's see. Best Now this was a two-part question
Okay.
that was sent in. For all these questions were basically sent in
from people?
Yeah, from
Okay.
stories. Okay.
Yeah.
And it was this one was directed to you, by the way. Best concert you've ever been to. The next part is other than your own.
Okay, no problem. Because that would have never been my answer. The best concert I went to was probably when I was 4.5, 5. And it was Michael Jackson at Wembley Arena. And my mum had this boyfriend, his name was Guy. He had long hair and he had a Harley Davidson. And we went on the Harley Davidson to the show. And then I sat on my mum's shoulders and his shoulders, and there was this 4-year-old or 5-year-old girl that was on the shoulders of her parents, and I think I fell in love with her, and I was pretty sure she loved me too. And we watched the concert, and it was honestly, I remember it very, very, very vividly.
Song you wish you would have written?
Well, that depends. Artistically, or song I wish I would have written. I would have loved to have written Masters of War by Bob Dylan. That's my favorite song lyrically, probably. I still listen to it now. I've listened to it hundreds of times, or maybe probably thousands. I still listen to it and I get something different out of it every time. It's like, ha! Shit! Ah! You know.
When did you know you had that aha moment that you wanted to be a musician?
When did I know? Okay, so I had just learnt 2 chords on the guitar, and I had written a song to it, and I went and played it at an open mic, and my friend Tom and Marcus was there, and I silenced a very noisy pub. And
2 chords and a whole entire song.
2 chords, yeah. It's I still
C and G?
No, it was. I guess it's actually. Hang on, wait. So if it's on 4, then it's A flat and
D.
No. E flat. No, A flat and D flat.
Because when you did the thing like that. No,
Yeah.
Okay.
But I had a capo on, that's why. Anyway, yeah, and so I silenced the room, and I was like, shit. I mean, I went so dizzy, I don't remember it. Like, I just was so nervous, and I was like, wow, that was fun.
And that was it, huh?
That was it.
So let's see. When writing your songs, do you find it easier to write from a personal view or from an observer's view?
Recently, from an observer's view, but most of my songwriting has been personally. Still working?
Yep.
Most of it has been personally, but I've got. I'm kind of like. There's only so much you can kind of say personally at the tender age of 23. There will be more to come, but I've got to observe more at this point in my life.
Have you co-written